Welcome back to KP's Kingdom, Cooking with KP. I'm going to show you a blast from the past. This is what is called the Reagan's Rage Burger. Yes, named after Ronald Reagan. This was made by the Drugstore, a little restaurant in Double Bay, Sydney, Australia, and it's my favourite burger in the 80s as a kid. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make up a bit of a sauce. So I'm going to add in about a teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of onion powder, around about a teaspoon of smoked paprika, and a good tablespoon's worth of just pickle relish. Okay, just a pickle relish that you buy at the grocery store. A good couple of tablespoons worth of mayonnaise, and I want to egg this one up, so I'm going to add about the same again of Kewpie mayonnaise to make it a little bit more creamy. I'm going to add in around about 2 tablespoons worth of tomato ketchup that goes in, and around about 2 tablespoons worth of American style mustard. Okay, really easy. Give all of that a stir through, and before you know it, this is going to taste just as good as any burger chain that you would normally go to. It's a really good simple burger recipe sauce. Alright, I'm happy with that. Let's get on with the rest of it. I'm going to make up some onion, because I want some really nice onion for my burger. So we're going to top and tail. I'm actually going to show you how I cut onions from time to time. I normally would use my mandolin, but I thought, well, look, my MS is not doing too bad today, so I'm going to show you how I can sort of achieve a bit of success in cutting an onion with MS. My left hand does what it wants to do, not what I tell it to do. And it was sort of behaving itself while I was filming this particular episode. So just nice little thin slices, just like that. Not as thin as I would do on the mandolin, but anyway. Here I've got some 80-20 ground beef or beef mince, and 500 grams. Split that into equal parts, around about to make up 6 little balls like that. And as you can see, I'm smacking those balls together to get all that meat absolutely pressed together. A bit of greaseproof paper on the bottom, bit on the top. I'm just going to press those down with the palm of my hand. I don't want to make them too thin. I want to make them around about ½ an inch thick. I want a good patty for this burger. And give that a squish down, tidy up the edges if you need to. And I'm just going to set that aside in a second into a tray where I can just keep that refrigerated until I'm ready to cook. Okay, so I'm happy with that particular patty. I'll put that down, and I'm going to do the next one exactly the same. Now there is something I forgot to do on that first patty, and I'm going to have to readdress that very, very quickly. So make sure we get our patty down just like that, tidy it up a little bit, make it look a little bit more presentable, because we don't want an unpresentable burger patty. We're trying to make something that I used to have as a kid at a restaurant in Double Bay, one of the most exclusive suburbs in Sydney. Alright, a little sprinkle of sea salt flake straight over the top. That is what I forgot on the first burger. That's one of the problems I have with MS. I do forget things. Alright, don't forget, I've got holes in my brain. So we're just going to make our little patties up, just like that. Doesn't take very long, and we're going to be getting ready to get onto our next stage. Now Mrs. KP is going to get ready, and she's going to make up some fries for us to eat. Right, you can do this on the barbecue. I'm going to use my teppanyaki grill. The light outside is not quite right yet, so a little bit of oil, put down our onion, little bit of salt, just like that. Again, using my sea salt flakes, and I'm going to just put a little splash of oil over the top. That's just vegetable oil, and we want to try and steam these through. So I'm just going to cover those with a actual grill cover. You can buy those on Amazon fairly inexpensively. It cost me more in freight than it did for that particular little cafe type grill cover, a hot plate cover, and it's the sort of thing that they use in cafes and little burger joints all over the US, and it just works. It's really handy to have. You could use a stainless steel bowl flipped upside down, but it doesn't have a handle. And when you go to pick it up, it's going to burn you stupid. Alright, I'm putting some potato buns down. You can now get those in Australia quite easily. I'm going to give those a bit of a toast. Mrs. KP gave that a little bit of butter, not margarine, butter. Use the real stuff. Your cardiologist's going to hate you, but I tell you what, it tastes so much better. Right, I'm going to grill those down. We've done that. Now it's time for us to do the burgers. Now I've got this on a sort of medium high heat. I'm not going to go screaming high heat because I actually want the burgers to cook to a nice medium rare. I don't want it too pink in the middle, so if you've got them too high, you will burn the meat on the outside and the inside will be raw. We're going to cook these through just nicely. And as you can see, transferring the meat from one section to another using the greaseproof paper is a great little hack. It works out just beautifully. Alright, so we're going to add a little bit more salt to the other side of our burgers. We've already salted the section that is underneath. I've cooked that off for about 4 minutes or so, and I'm going to flip those, make sure they're all nice and happy, and we're going to flip and check on these. We're going to cook these for about 3 minutes on the other side. Alright, so whatever you cook them for on the first side, we're going to cook them for around about 1/2 to 3/4 on the other side. I'm going to add in some cheese. Look, I'm not going to use American cheese. I think the American cheese is absolutely flavourless. I'm actually going to use a good old Australian tasty cheese, a really good strong cheese. Right, so I'm going to add some of that down, nice little slices, and we're going to melt that cheese down. Right, once they've sat there and that cheese is basically melted, you know heat has gone through that whole burger patty. We can take those off, and as you can see, those burger patties have shrunk a bit, and you can see how much oil and how much grease has come out of that burger. Let's construct the burger. A little bit of our homemade burger sauce on the bottom, just like that. Just use a teaspoon and spread it around with the back of the teaspoon. Alright, nice little tip for you. Don't bother using a knife, just use the spoon that you're using. Got a little bit of a fork, and I'm going to get some of those beautiful caramelized onions that we just cooked. Alright, put those on top. Add our burger patty, just like that, with that beautiful melted cheese. We don't want a big hunk of cheese, we want that meat to get into the crevices of that burger. I'm going to add in a couple of dill pickles that I make myself. I'll try and leave a link in the description on how to make your own dill pickles. It is easier than waking up in the morning. Right, avocado, nice little slices. And as you see, I'm using my left hand. I've already explained what happens with my left hand because of my MS. Right, put the avocado down, just like that. Could do that on both burgers. I'll speed this one up for you to save you the weight. And there's one little ingredient that is magic for this recipe, or for this burger. Right, just make sure you put a bit of burger sauce on your top bun, and this is the magic. Alfalfa sprouts straight on top. There is something that the alfalfa sprouts and the avocado do together. You get this real beautiful ozone type flavor all the way through that burger. Right, carefully put the lid on your burger, just like that. I'm not going to squish these down. I'm going to leave it looking really nice and high, and high as Tommy Chong, so you can get the full-on restaurant menu experience. Just joking there. I'm going to add some fries on the side, just like that, and before you know it, you have made yourself the drugstore's Reagan's Rage burger. Absolutely beautiful. I'd love to see you try and make this one at home. It is one of my childhood favourite burgers of all time, although it did cost a lot of money back in the 80s. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Really do appreciate it. If you like this video, hit that like button. It gives me confidence, should make you feel warm and fuzzy too. Hit that like button. And don't forget to hit that notifications bell to be notified every time a new video goes up. And share this video with all your friends on all platforms of social media. Don't forget to leave a comment. I love reading and love responding to them. If you've got questions, put them in as well. I love answering them. In the meantime, if you want to learn how to make a real classic burger from a very expensive little cafe in Double Bay, just like this, well, you need to come and join the family, my family. Hit that subscribe button and you will never miss another one of my videos again. Off to eat my Reagan's Rage burger, and I will catch you next time. Bye.